Kira Reid. A deserted town. In the summer of 1862, John White found gold by Grasshopper Creek in what is now southern Montana. News of his discovery spread quickly. Within a few months, hundreds of prospectors arrived at Grasshopper Creek in hopes of striking it rich by the following year. While 3,000 people lived in the town known as Bannock, millions of dollars worth of gold was found in the area over the next few years. However, once gold became hard to find, Bannock turned into a ghost town. Ghost towns are human settlements where people no longer live. As shown on the map above, these empty towns are found around the world, and each one has a story to tell. Residents often leave a town because of some kind of threat or because of their work disappears. Visitors walk among the empty buildings and imagine what life was like for the people who once called these places home. Resources vanish. Many ghost towns like Bannock are abandoned after a resource ran out in 1908. A railroad worker fell smoking jam in South America's deep desert. When word got out that his find was a diamond, people flocked to the region. Soon after, the town of Combustion grew. Eventually, after diamonds became harder to find there, a better supply was discovered several hours to the south, and people moved away. A former settlement at the end of the road is now a haunted ghost town. Rivakit was once a busy whaling port of South Georgia, a remote island in the South Atlantic Ocean. For close to 60 years, beginning in 1904. For close to 60 years, beginning in 1904, thousands of companies of South Georgia hunted whales for meat and blubbered. More than 175,000 whales were killed there. Over time, there were fewer whales around the island. Whaling companies were gone by 1965, and everyone building boats and equipment remained in Graviket. Force of nature. Events in nature can cause settlements to become ghost towns. Before 1995, the Caribbean island of Montserrat was home to more than 10,000 people. A volcano on the island had not been active for more than 300 years. In July 1995, the volcano erupted and it's been erupting ever since. Lava, gases, and dangerous clouds of hot ash spewed out of the volcano. The south half of Montserrat is deserted, and the capital, Plymouth, was destroyed by an eruption. More than half of the island's residents had moved away for good. Caracas, Italy, also became a ghost town because of natural events. The village sits on a steep cliff more than 1,300 feet. Wait. It's still recording? Yeah. 400 meters above the surrounding land. Over the years, people faced many problems, along with illness, crime, and poor farming conditions. Local people dealt with earthquakes and landslides. More than 2,000 people once lived in Krakow between 1892 and 1922. Over 1,000 of them left to seek an easier way of life. Krakow was almost totally destroyed by landslide between 1959 and 1972. The remaining residents were moved to a valley area about 5 miles, 8 kilometers away. They are inland. Some places are almost impossible to live in after the land turns deadly. Centralia, Pennsylvania, is a coal mining town in the mountains. The town had about 2,000 residents in mid-1900s. Life in Centralia changed forever on May 27, 1962. Firefighters set a fire to town's trash, dumped to clean up for a holiday. The dump was located on top of an old mining pit on the outskirts of town. The fire was not put out properly, and it spread into the abandoned mines around the pit. No one could stop it. After burning for years, the fire began to burn beneath the town. Carbon monoxide, a deadly gas, leaked people's homes, and holes opened up in the ground. Many people moved away, and houses were torn down. A few residents who refused to leave fought for court the right to stay. In 2013, Centralia's 8 remaining residents were given permission to stay for the rest of their lives. Only a few buildings are still standing in Centralia. The fire is likely to burn for many more years. Water can be just as deadly as fire. Okuma, Japan was a peaceful coast town. Before March 2011, a powerful earthquake struck off the coast of Japan. The earthquake causes huge tsunami waves that hit a nuclear power plant. As a result, huge amount of harmful radiation was released into the air. People living near the place, including thousands from Okinawa, have to move away. Several years later, radiation remains high in Okinawa. No one knows when, if residents will be allowed to return. A hard way of life. Towns are sometimes abandoned because they are too remote. SD Kilda, Scotland, is a group of small islands, 110 miles, 177 kilometers off the west coast of Scottish mainland. Fewer than 200 people live on the islands for more than 2,000 years. Over time, the islands has too few resources for residents, including the means to grow enough food or heat their homes. Also, many young people move away, and others were lost to illness. Life such a remote place simply became too difficult. The last 36 SD killers were taken larger islands in 1930. Brand new ghost town. Most ghost towns were once lived in, but the world's largest ghost town, actually a ghost city, has always been empty. In the early 2000s, a huge coal field was discovered in Ordos in northern China. Kangbashi new area was built to house hundreds or thousands of people. However, it was poorly planned. Camberley is too large and too expensive. The brand new city stands mostly empty. Empty places. Ghost towns can be old or new, and they exist for many different reasons. However, they all have one thing common. They are lonely places with secrets to share. Learning the stories brings life to places where only shadows and memories may remain.